Because Cave Story doesn't seem to be a story about saving people in the same way, right? Believing for belief's own sake is will get us into trouble. So I feel like it always needs to be built in foundation, but I do feel like between Susie, something doesn't feel quite finished. With Susie and everything, something doesn't feel quite finished. Now, at the onset of this, I feel like it's a fair question to raise. Okay, so if something's happening, doesn't necessarily need to mean that Asriel will be saved. You know what? Maybe not necessarily. You know what? At first look, maybe not necessarily, but what else is left? I mean, who else is left to be saved right now? Like, there's a make more friends to make a better ending, and yet Susie, the promise is like last friend, whatever that means. I mean, I sincerely doubt it's going to be like there has to be something better. We'll learn something more fundamental about the world. There's still something I cannot imagine that it will just like leave Asriel and Kara storylines unanswered. Let us save them from dead child hell, please! If we can't, then I'm not entirely sure what's left for us to do. That looked alive! That thing that was part of the blast door. It looked alive. It looked actually alive. I am uncomfortable right now. I can't get there. I see. Oh, this boss fight is going to be so much fun without the booster, right? It'll be difficult. Oh boy. No! You can't! Suddenly I understand why this boss is supposed to be a boss. Difficult. for the non-real commentary, it's just like, this boss is clearly designed around this fight. Not the fight with the boosters, this fight. Why does it have to push me? But yeah, this fight is clearly the one that this boss is designed around, because before he was... There's a certain part of me that was going, his patterns are kinda easy and simple, right? And they are, but they're designed to be read and manipulated while you're basically holding back and trying to stay on the high ground.